Hello everybody, welcome back to Building with Solstice. And as you can see, I've been pretty busy while off camera compared to previous episode, video, whatever you want to call it. And I just use Building with Solstice to make it more simplified of categories of types of videos I have going. Like there's building, there's red zone, there's Attack on Titan Tribute Game, AOTTG for short, etc., etc. Whether or not this will be an actual series, and this is going to be the actual series name or something, or even if I want to call it a series as much, yeah, that's gonna take some thinking through. Like depends on if I decide it's anything special enough. But anyway, as you can see, as you've seen earlier in the video, I put down a ton of barrier blocks. Now, what these barrier blocks are mainly for is to keep people out of things, but not necessarily keep them in it. Like, they can still totally get out just fine. It's nothing too hard to figure out how to do. Like, I don't want people to just, like, get around about everywhere. So I set each block specifically at a point where I'm certain they cannot jump at and escape. Like, I personally haven't tested this, but I'd assume it would be pretty hard. In fact, let's make this a little easier to do. Yeah. Okay, it's possible, but it's very, very hard. Because it's at a spot where it's just slightly higher than what you would expect for the standards of it. Like, you would need to do the control sprint and jump. Like, personally, for me, I'm more used to the double taps to sprint. But that doesn't mean I can't use the control sprint. But for this kind of matter, you just don't have the room to do double tap and not get thrown off by it. So you would need to do a control sprint type jump. Otherwise, you're not quite gonna make it. But when you can't see it, you don't know that. So, that's another thing. If you can't see it, are you going to act based on what I'm seeing right now? Or are you just going to assume it's fuller than that? Or just like full enough to where you definitely can't get through? I was very careful at how I placed all of these. Like, inside bits like these don't really matter to where the player goes, so I skipped those purposefully. Yeah, I guess that's enough of messing around with the barriers for now. I don't see any more further reason to be using them until I get like more pathway stuff more situated. As you've seen, I also applied the barriers here and here. So let's do this side. I was going to apply them here, but I realized I might want to add more stuff yet. I haven't fully decided. And another I believe this is possible. Yep. But not very many people are going to figure that out. In fact, I forget if this is the case, but I think in survival, game mode, survival. For some reason, I thought you couldn't see them this way. I guess I might have been mistaken. Ah, that would have made it a little more glorious. I know I've seen like videos of people like doing stuff that involved barrier blocks, but with the kind of resolutions they use, you don't actually normally see the little outlinings of them on those videos. So I haven't really personally tested it, I just assumed that was the case. Dang. Okay, creative. But yeah, I added a little stuff here, like sort of like little rocks and random structures, mostly rocks and trees. Anything more rock and tree like, I basically liked the idea of it a little better, I guess you could say. But other than that, I have included this here. I'm not going to overwrite this with this, mostly because I do not see a reason to do that. I want to assure that there is different kinds of structuring going through this, and each of it with its own sort of like purposing and directioning. So that can stay by all means. But this is this is gonna go through a lot of stuff, I guess. I'm not sure if I'm going to make another of these just right here before I continue forth, but so far this is as is, and I like how it looks. It looks really cool. Something about looking at this makes me think of a ladder, which in turn also makes me think of DNA. It's like, here's my gene codes and such. Then here comes the RNA or something. And then it's going to replicate and separate and more replicate, and yeah, I'm going to have a full extra set of genes and my cells are going to split. Just a little biology to the build. It'll be perfect. It's secretly educational, you guys. But no. I forget if I included this to the previous video, but I put ice here just to see how that looked. I also added a bit. Actually, that might have been in the previous video. Now that I think about it. So yeah, I'm still kind of figuring out a few things. And things are also taking some very, very beautiful shape. Some very sexy shape. I haven't fully decided what I'm to do with this spot here. Most mainly, what's keeping me from doing it is this part. To here. Now, of course, I want the wall to go back some to meet up to this, so this part stands out. But what I don't know is what I want to fill this in with and how I want them to meet up. So yeah, that's a little something I have to think about as of yet. Other than that, it is really taking shape. Really, really taking shape. It is lovely how much shape it has taken. It is very, very, very quite nice how much shape is being taken. And I am going to cut for a bit to decide on what I want to do next. But first, actually, I'm gonna show you that I don't just leave these hollow underneath. I actually try to fill them in still. So yeah, there's still stuff here I might be considering doing. So if you ever thought I was just gonna like lazy that, psh, you're wrong. You have no idea. I don't simply lazy it. I have all kinds of things I want to do to it, but I need to do it wisely. And I can't go too fast. Anyway, let's cut for now. Okay, so yeah, I've tried to do something kinda big here off camera. Like, I just got kind of sick of just sort of noticing it, so I tried my best to try to get as much of that done as I could. Like, I have a ton of stair situations going through. Then like the next thing, once I like get a lot of this covered up, if that's what I'm going to do with it, assumingly, uh, is I'll have to figure out if I want to light this, if I want to put something over this, and how I want to situate this to the wall of this. I'm thinking there might be some covering, but not all the way. Like, that's the idea so far. And of course, there's going to be some crazy roof stuff going on here. Oh, my frame rate. I probably should have tried to render this out a little better before I go waving around like crazy. But yeah, I tried to situate that on both sides, as you can see. I did that side first, and then I tried replicating it onto this side, and yeah, this is really got some shapes to it, I gotta say that much. When I was building this, I wasn't sure how I was going to situate the shapes, but this is definitely a little more of what I had in mind. This is most definitely more of what I was looking for. I wanted some crazy shapes, I wanted some more organic shapes, and I wanted to sort of tie them in together. I wasn't entirely sure how I wanted to do it, but I wanted to do it. Let's put it that way. That'll look a little better. Let me double check and do that to this side. Okay, no I didn't. Let's check over here. Yes, I did. Wait, what? No, that's not it. Right here. You thought you could sneak past my watchful eyes. You got nothing on me. So yeah, this has been pretty crazy. And believe me, it is not it's not exactly close to being done yet. The front maybe, it's getting there. The front is most definitely getting there. But the whole entirety of the build, oh, we got some work cut out for us. Oh my. At least I know I won't be bored for a while. At least there's that. Yeah. So yeah, this is definitely coming together. Something I haven't checked exactly in a good while is F3 coordinates. Like, I have no idea how tall this actually is. I kind of want to say bring it up to here at most for up front. And maybe either like open roofed or much taller top area above the statue. So yeah, I have been thinking about some ideas for if I'm to situate a statue within the friggin' temple. Oh. All in all, the entirety of this project has been one heck of a ride for me, and I'm only nearly done with the front. Though I can't really complain much because it's a really nice looking front. Like, it is very, very nice. I can tell. There's definitely going to be some stuff I want to toss about here. Just to make it look a little more structured and maybe add a little more color and pizzazz to it. Jazz it up. Yeah, most definitely. And this is one heck of a change, actually. Like, I didn't intend for it to get this big off camera, but it totally got this big off camera. Like, there's just no denying exactly how big it got off camera. This isn't exactly going to be anything particular as much as it is just sort of like a design right here. Just something that looks cool to me, I guess. Oops. Whew. Man, so much I placed. Yeah, I would say with this much work being done today, for one day, this is about as much as I really care to do for now. I just want to replicate this onto the other side now. Let me think. 4, 3, 3, 1, 2. I kind of wanted to make that, but I don't think I have the correct space for that. Yeah, 2 is this way, there's 1 this way. I think it was something like this, maybe? I'll have to do a comparison. What did I do to you over here? Surrender your secrets with me. Okay, so just straight to there. Okay. Wait. Oh, I see. I know exactly what I did wrong. I know exactly what I did wrong. Okay, so what I did wrong is I started from here rather than here. And it has to work its way to here. Here, here, and here. And something else I'm going to have to do as I get to this is I'm going to have to include more lighting to the stairway. Like, this part's fine because I used half slabs and stairs in a way where mobs will not spawn on them. So, anywhere down here I can basically ignore when it comes to lighting. But anywhere up here I will have to situate yet. Okay, so for finishing off this video, I am going to show you guys the rest of what's basically my progress for now. I have situate connecting one to the other and to this on both sides. And yeah, that's looking pretty nice. I'll say that much. It's definitely looking pretty nice. There's a few decisions as to filling in this area I need to figure out yet, but it's still looking pretty nice. It's definitely got quite the. It definitely looks like it's got some capacity to it, to like what it can hold and what it's for. I almost feel like I should change that up. What do I do with that over here? Is that the same spot? Did I do that differently? I'll figure it out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I am Solstice, 41 Solstice 25, and I will see you guys later. But first, let's get a good overall view of this, just so we can appreciate a little better. Yeah. Thumbnail.